If you want to be the dirtiest, sweatiest, stinkiest shotgun whore in all of the Crucible, this video might just be worth finishing. The Mindbenders Ambition is a solar aggressive frame shotgun and the best in its class. Now you can acquire the Mindbenders Ambition shotgun from completing the Hollowed There Nightfall Strike. Now there are lots of videos online detailing how to actually farm this shotgun and ways around it to speed up the process, so I'm not really going to cover that in this video here. I'm also going to be taking a look at the role that I've got and the importance that I think having this shotgun is going to play at the high levels of Crucible in the weeks to come. Now taking a look at my actual role on my Mindbenders Ambition, I do actually have the curated role of the Mindbenders Ambition, and that is actually quite deadly in the Crucible as well, but this one that I've got right here is one of the best ones that I've been able to roll so far. Now it comes rolled with full choke, accurized rounds, snapshot sights and Rampage, and then also with a handling masterwork. Now the reason why I like this shotgun so much is actually because of that handling masterwork. Now I would have thought that it would have been a lot better to have a range masterwork here, and it probably still would be, but this shotgun is so much fun to use in the Crucible and is so good to use in the Crucible because most aggressive frame shotguns like the Botheration are very difficult to handle and feel very clunky, whereas if you've used the Mindbenders before, you'll know that it's so smooth to use, and just the addition of snapshot sights and also the slight boost to handling that I get with this masterwork really just changes the shotgun and makes it so fluid and dynamic to play with.
Does it feel good?
Now granted, for me this isn't my perfect role. The role that I believe would be perfect on this is what I've got at the start: full choke, accurized round, and then instead of snapshot sights I would like slide shot there. If you've used slide shot on a shotgun in the Crucible, it's so much fun to use. It allows you to engage more than 2 enemies at a time because you're pretty comfortable that in that sort of window of mayhem in taking out the first 2, you should be able to slide over an ammo brick, which is going to give you an advantage into the next gunfight, and also going to reload your shotgun with you so you're ready to blast that person absolutely into another dimension. And then also Rampage is also another reason why this shotgun is so good. You want to be able to, after you've killed the first person, move on to the next one and have a slight buff to your damage. Now another reason why the Mindbenders is so special, it has sort of a hidden perk. If you didn't know this, it increases the rate of fire after a kill. So if you kill the first enemy, you're going to be able to fire this weapon a lot quicker at the second enemy. Again, this shotgun is perfect for 2v1 situations. I feel very comfortable, and you're going to see this in the clips in the background, going into 2v1 situations with this shotgun because it handles so well. It's got such good range and it's got Rampage on it and this hidden perk. After I've killed the first person, I've got such an advantage going into the next one because the gun handles so good, so I'm able to lock onto them very quickly. I'm able to aim down sight very quickly, which is going to allow me to increase more range, getting field choke into play a lot quicker. And then also for the fact that I've just increased the rate of fire because I've got a kill previous, I'm going to be able to let off my blast a lot more quickly than I otherwise would if I was using a different shotgun. And then finally I've got the boost of damage from the first stack of Rampage that I've already gotten. Just makes this shotgun for an absolute team killing, rampaging, snowballing, absolute weapon of mass destruction in the Crucible. So I just think with the addition of slide shot here instead of snapshot sights, I'd be at a much better advantage. But still, this roll on this shotgun is very, very good and I really enjoy playing with it. Now the reason that I'm actually making this video, obviously you guys have probably seen that the Mindbenders Ambition is a very good shotgun, and I would definitely go out as far as saying that it is the best shotgun you can use for PvP right now. Now its downfall at the moment, that is actually in the energy weapon slot. That is also where the 2 best Crucible weapons live. That is the Luna's Howl and also the Not Forgotten, and that's why you will not see many people using the Mindbenders Ambition because they do not want to use a primary that's going to put them at a disadvantage. For instance, probably the best kinetic primaries right now, I'd probably say the toss-up between the Ace of Spades. The Malfeasance is very good as well because of how much flinch it causes, and it also got that slight little buff which has made it a little bit better, I believe. And then also you have the Bygones. So those 3 primary weapons cannot really rival the likes of the Luna's Howl and the Not Forgotten at the moment, so it's pretty much a no-brainer unless you're really a shotgun ape at heart. then you're not really going to want to use the Mindbenders over a Luna's Howl and put yourself at a primary disadvantage, because most people will get the majority of their kills with their primary, or they'll feel most comfortable on their primary. But the interesting thing is, and what I want to take a look at today, in early December you've got the Black Armory coming out. Now this is the next expansion for the Destiny franchise, and there's a lot of rumours that we're going to see the last word make an appearance again. For those of you that have played Destiny 1 and know what the last word is, you'll know what an absolute monster it was in the Crucible. Now for those of you that don't, the last word was a Kinetic primary hand cannon that pretty much dominated the Crucible along with its counterpart, the Thorn. Those two hand cannons in general pretty much ran the majority of the Crucible, pretty much dictated what was good in the Crucible, and were the benchmark for the best two primary weapons to use in the Crucible throughout all of Destiny 1. Now there's a lot of rumours that this hand cannon is going to be making an appearance in the Black Armory, and if that is so, it's most likely going to be a kinetic weapon because it was before, so that would then mean that your elemental slot is going to be free for use. Now you're not usually going to want to run two hand cannons, so people aren't going to be running Not Forgotten and Last Word. People are going to be using most likely the Mindbenders Ambition. That is why I'm recommending you to try and get a decent roll on this weapon now, because if the Last Word comes out, it's always been primarily a PvP weapon. It was never very good in PvE, so I can't see why they'd bring it back and make it good for PvE and not good for PvP. So in my opinion, if they are going to be bringing the Last Word back, I would believe that they are going to actually try and make it pretty competitive and pretty decent in the Crucible. Now I'm not saying that it's going to be better for the Not Forgotten, because I don't actually think that it even should be, because I think the Not Forgotten is so hard to obtain. It should be the best gun in the Crucible, but I think that it might be good enough to give people a reason to question, or to give them a decision. Do I want to use the Not Forgotten, or do I want to use the Last Word? It should be good enough that you have to kind of choose, like you had the Thorn or the Last Word. They were both probably as good as each other, but there was different benefits to using each and catered to different playstyles. Now if you're someone that really likes the shotgun and prefers the shotgun instead of using their primary weapon, and the Last Word does come out and it is on that level, you're most likely going to want to make the switch to use the Last Word as your primary, so you have a better shotgun. So when you're coming up into them shotgun engagements with people, you're going to have an even bigger advantage of winning those, because you have a better shotgun overall. Now also another reason why this could be quite interesting to look at, the two best kinetic primaries right now, like I mentioned earlier, the Ace of Spades and the Malfeasance, don't have catalysts yet. Now I'm not saying they're going to get made into absolutely godly weapons, but there's potential for it. If the Ace of Spades gets a really good catalyst, or the Malfeasance gets an insane catalyst, that could also bring it up to the level where it can potentially challenge the Not Forgotten and the Luna's Howl. Again, not saying it's going to be better than the Luna's Howl or the Not Forgotten, but it will give you maybe a decision point. Maybe the Malfeasance will be slightly better at range, or maybe it'll be slightly better up close. So it's going to give you a different reason to use one of these guns, and if so, this is a shotgun that you want to definitely have in your arsenal, so you're ready to switch if the meta changes. So it's just something that you should really take a little look into and have a think about, because when this Black Armory comes out, if the Last Word does come out, and it is very powerful and it is rivaling that of the Luna's Howl and the Not Forgotten, you're going to see a lot of people switching their playstyle and a lot of people using the Mindbenders Ambition, and you just want to be ready to move with the trend and not get absolutely ran over by it. So if this video has been helpful for you guys and you are going to farm the Mindbenders Ambition, please let me know the rolls you're getting down below, and let me know if you're able to obtain the God roll. But I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this video, guys. I am making more Destiny content on my channel, so please consider subscribing if you like what you've seen so far, and also please consider leaving a like button if you enjoyed watching this video. But I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, guys, and have a great day.